Okay, guys, what sounds good for dinner tonight?
I don't know.
Something. Something. Hmm. Mexican. That'd be fun.
Thinking Mexican tonight? Think Hamburger Helper. We've added authentic Old El Paso seasonings to create 4 festive flavors, like new cheesy enchilada.
Really good.
It's good.
Try all 4. Hamburger Helper, helping you make a great meal.
Tonight. Just kind of please drop a piece. Or just sit there.
Christmas in our house is having fun with the family, decorating and goofing around. I like doing all the decorating.
She's a designer. She sets the pace because there's competition on this block.
I theme everything, and when I get a plan, I just go shopping at Walmart. The pricing is great. Oh, they have a lot of merchandise. That's African-American, ethnic music. That's Christmas related. Christmas in my house is a time that we all interact together and have a good time.
This Christmas, feel the joy, spread the love. The brightest stars shine tonight. BET's Christmas Remember. Christmas Day at 9 p.m.
Terrence, come here. Come a little closer. Are your kids getting enough art? Arts education programs are being cut. It's making it hard for kids today. The arts can help your kids read, write, and express themselves better. Drama, music, and dance can build self-confidence. So get your kids involved in the arts and see how much fun it can be. Trust me.
Art. Ask for more. Americans4the Arts.org.
The music that I make, it is my base. If you create something and someone takes it away without your permission,
They steal it.
Illegally downloading music is the same thing as going into a CD store and stealing the CD.
It's stopping new artists from getting where they need to be. We're lucky we got chance, you know?
Making an album is a team
it's
effort.
hard work to spend hours and hours for it. Please. But don't steal from online, internet, however you do it.
To us, it's black and white. Either you pay for it or you don't. It ain't right. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down, it's stealing.
This Christmas, feel the joy, spread the love. The brightest stars shine tonight. BET's Christmas Remember. Christmas Day at 9 p.m.
At Manhattan Apparel, you'll find the best in urban fashion. We have the latest fashions from Sean John, Echo, Johnny Blaze, Women's U.S. Polo, and many more. And because Manhattan Apparel is a known wholesaler to the trade, our customers are able to take advantage of quality, discounted clothing. For clothing at the right price, it's gotta be Manhattan Apparel. 2304 Delaware Avenue, Buffalo. Manhattan Apparel, the perfect urban clothing blend.
And another movie featuring black star power is hitting the big screen. The new film, Antoine Fisher, provides first-time experience for several of its stars and a new career move for Denzel Washington. Correspondent Dave Mock has the story.
That and actor, 2-time Oscar winner Denzel also makes his directorial debut.
Typical, you know, I'm in the scene like the two of us are sitting here now. Now I'm in the scene, and I got to go look at it on video, and I got to try to help
Antoine Fisher, a former Sony Pictures security guard who wrote the screenplay. When he offered the script to Washington 4 years ago, the actor told producers it was time he directed.
I know I'm inspired by Antoine, and when you look at all that he's gone through and survived and still can.
Antoine in '98, just like by happenstance over lunch. And we became friends, and then he told me he wrote a script. I was like, cool. But then he told me Denzel Washington was involved. No? He says, Derek, the Antoine of today is a it's different than before. So what he was saying was that Derek's gonna have to make it your own.
Crazy because when people say like be careful what you wish for, and I mean I wanted this part so bad, and I think when I got it, I was like excited, and I was like, then a little bit of the panic kind of comes in because you really understand the magnitude of what's about. He knows what to say.
I'm more of a behind the scenes person, so I really got a kick out of helping them to grow as.
The latest edition of Entertainment Weekly indeed has it right. This was Denzel Washington's year. Washington won the Best Actor Academy Award for his role as a road cop in the movie Training Day. He is viewed as one of the great actors of our time. In fact, there is talk of another Academy Award nomination for his latest movie, including the directorial debut for the actor. Oh yeah, that talk about another Oscar, if not for his role in the movie, it's for his action behind the lens. I caught up with the two-time Oscar winner in Los Angeles, where I began by asking if that title means anything to him.
No, 2, 6, 4, no, no. Now let me ask you something.
The first time, man, we go through this all the time. I'm raggedy, man. I was gonna wear a baseball hat for you, and you asked me before.
Yeah, no,
was I ever raggedy?
Yeah, I know you were raggedy the last time. I stay raggedy. You actually stay raggedy. So someone dresses you?
No, I'm just, when I'm doing my thing.
So like the neat side of the closet this big, and the raggedy side is what?
No, next time.
I'm gonna be all I want.
Let's talk about the new adventure.
Is this raggedy?
No, this is not raggedy.
Oh, you clean.
This is
Because you are clean.
Detroit clean.
Detroit clean. Okay.
But I'm gonna be Detroit raggedy for you next time. Let's talk a little bit about the new function, and that is the new movie, the Antoine Fisher story. This is something that I had been hearing about for a long time. It took a little time to come to fruition. What was it about the story that you said, I want to do this?
The producer, Todd Black, came to me about 5 years ago. He had been working with Antoine on he met Antoine about 10 years ago. And Antoine had never written a screenplay before and he was working actually as a guard on the Tony line. And he came to me with it, asking me to play the role of the psychiatrist. I was too young to play Antoine. So I wanted to fit in. I wanted to find out if there was a way I could fit in as producer or whatever. We had conversations and I told him some of my ideas and what I thought of, could help and what I liked about it. And by the end of the conversation, he was like, well, have you thought about directing? And I said, well, yeah, kind of. Yeah. And over the next 4.5, 5 years, I worked on developing the script further with Antoine, and he'd sit in a room in my office and just work on it. Then I'd run off and do a movie, and he had other jobs he was doing, and we'd get back together and working. And we finally got it to a place about 2 years ago where the studio gave us the quote-unquote green light. They said, this is a movie we want to make now. We're going to spend some money. We're going to let you make it. That's when the panic set in. Because I was like, oh, shoot, now I got to really do this. I just thought I'd be developing it in the next 20 years.
You said, let's see if I get it right here, that it was actually for you the scariest day, at least in terms of the job of your life, the first day.
Really the night before the first day. The day itself, I was okay because I was in familiar surroundings. It's the fear of the unknown. It's the fear of the unknown. It's like like a old basketball player or something coming back, or even more so like a rookie in his first game, the first pro game. Once you get out there and start running up and down the court, you're okay. And once I got on the set and we figured out where we were going to put that camera in for a couple of shots, then I was fine because I saw, number one, I was getting a good performance right from the start. And I was really in familiar surroundings. I was just in a different position. It's funny that you don't realize how much you know and until you have to apply it. So I have 25 years or 30 movies worth of experience, and I've heard and watched a lot. I've seen where the camera's been set up many times and things like that. And I just I never had to be the one say this is where we put the camera. I know a good performance when I see one. I give them a couple myself. So I knew what to. Once I was working with the actors, I was fine.
You also, I read, went back and looked at movies you admired to get ideas, to steal some things out of things, right?
But I've heard every director from Spielberg on down say they steal. I mean, there's not really that many new camera angles under the sun or ideas or ways of shooting a scene. I mean, you can nowadays they shake the camera or they're gonna spin them or do something else, blow up something bigger. But my main task was doing what I already knew how to do, which was find a good performance. I just needed to find it in someone else.
We'll do this. We'll take a break. We continue more with Denzel Washington.
Now, Domino's is boldly taking chicken where no chicken has gone before and delivering it right to your door. Introducing Domino's Pizza Buffalo Chicken Kickers. Tender cuts of all-white chicken breast with a kick of buffalo flavor baked right in. 10 pieces for $5.99.
Show me what your oboe's on the table.
Hit the door and get a kick out of dinner tonight. Get an order of Cinesticks free when you buy a large one-topping pizza for $9.99.
Hey, I lowered my cholesterol. All right. Hello, my cholesterol down. Hey guys, I lowered my cholesterol.
In case you haven't already heard the news, Honey Nut Cheerios can help lower your cholesterol as part of a heart-healthy diet. And with its sweet honey taste, that ought to make you really happy.
I lowered my cholesterol. Honey Nut Cheerios. Be happy, be healthy.
Back with Denzel Washington, we're talking about the Antoine Fisher story out in December. We talk about it being your directorial debut in the movies, but I know that you did B.B. Winans video.
Come to think of it, I mean, I had been behind the camera, and that's a lot easier to do because you can't make any mistakes. You swing your camera any way you want, and but even in that, it didn't look like videos look necessarily because really I had my own motive, which was to make a little movie. And see if I could tell a little story like quick. And actually did that on a weekend. We were shooting You Got Game. And then we shot that like on Saturday, Sunday.
When you think back to some of your contemporaries and others who have moved from acting to directing, your mentor, Sidney Poitier, being one of them, but Warren Beatty, Clint Eastwood, Kevin Costner, Mel Gibson, do you think an actor makes a better director in the sense of you've actually played the game?
I think that, you get more opportunity to play the game. I made 30 movies in whatever, 20 years. I don't think there are any directors who directed 30 movies in 20 years. So I'm actually on a set more than most directors. They may make 3 in 10 years. They may make, Spike Lee makes one almost every year. But he still hasn't, he hasn't directed as many movies as I've acted in. So I'm on the set. It's familiar surroundings. Whether we're sitting here talking, but I know one camera's there and there's another one here. I'm used to that setup. You start to get used to how things go.
A lot of people will suggest that this is a heartwarming story, but it's also the story of what is unfortunately sometimes called the angry black man. Do you buy that at all?
No. You could. Short of the speech I make about the beatings being passed down from slavery, this could be about an Irish family, an angry Irishman who you come to find out was abused as a child and father was murdered. Absolutely not. Absolutely.
And really, you would be giving short shrift to the movie if you think it's only about abuse and the bad. It really is about the human spirit and overcoming.
Right, absolutely. Absolutely. And that's a universal thing. That's a universal thing. You know, might be some different food on the table at the end.
For those of you, when you see it, you'll know what you're talking about. Do you have a favorite role? So many people, I'm sure, have said to you, "Oh, I love you," in her name. I love you as Malcolm. Do you have a favorite role?
No. My stock answer is that when people ask me, what's your favorite role, I say my nephew. You know, because I enjoy the process. I don't really sit around. John Q and Training Day, the two films that I've watched more than any other films I've been in. And only because I had to get used to looking at myself in preparation for directing, because I had to watch myself on the monitor. I've never seen Malcolm X twice. I've never seen Hurricane twice. I don't think I've seen any movie I've done twice. Maybe in the finished film, never more than one.
Was there a performance you felt you nailed? Walking away, I got that.
Mm-hmm. I don't think about it. I don't really think about it like that. You know, because when you make a film, first of all, it's a filmmaker's medium. So you may have thought you nailed it, but by the time you finish the movie, you know, it's hard for me to watch myself. So I remember back in 1984, 85, we did a Soldier Story. And that was one of the last times I sat in the theater and watched the premiere with everybody. Usually I go in, lights come down, I leave, you know, and I'll go to the party afterwards or get out of there because it's too close for me. I can't take the energy from people, you know, or so I'll sit there and go. I remember with Soldier Story at the end of that one, it didn't work. And then people started clapping. Oh. Okay, yeah, it's good. I thought it was, you know. I have no idea. I'm too busy looking at the pimples on my face or something. It takes a long time to get used. It takes me a long time to get used to it. All
right, let me do this. Let me take a break here. When we return, we'll talk more with Mr. Washington. I'll also ask him about being a proud papa, which I know he is. We'll be back right after this.
Listen, this deal sounds too good to be true. Are you trying to set us up? We've made some deals before, but this can't be legal. A big and tasty for just $1.
The McDonald's Dollar Menu. Lots of choices, $1 each every day, including sandwiches like the tender, big, and tasty, or juicy McChicken. Turn your dollar into something tasty.
Hamburglar, this time you've been robbed.
You are now free to move about the country.
Christmas in our house is having fun with the family, decorating and goofing around. I like doing all the decorating.
She's a designer. She sets the pace because there's competition on this block.
I theme everything, and when I get a plan, I just go shopping at Walmart. The pricing is great. Oh, they have a lot of merchandise that's African American, ethnic music that's Christmas related. Christmas in my house is a time that we all interact together and have a good time.
Starting tomorrow, Zales has the lowest prices of the season on beautiful jewelry, like this $199 quarter-carat three-stone princess cut diamond pendant, now only $99. At Zales, the diamond store.
We combine our famous Jimmy Crispers buffalo wings and southwestern egg rolls to create the triple play appetizer. Want more flavor? Come to Chili's.
This Christmas, feel the joy, spread the love. The brightest stars shine tonight. BET's Christmas Remember. Christmas Day at 9 p.m.
It's the final days to get the perfect holiday gift at the perfect price during our last-minute Christmas sale. Get incredible last-minute savings on all remaining diamond engagement rings, diamond fashion rings, diamond bridal set, diamond pendants, diamond earrings, and diamond bracelets. Our entire inventory is priced to move now. Don't miss the final days of our last-minute Christmas sale. You'll truly save.
How do you do it?
I'm the king.
Back with Denzel Washington talking about a number of things. Let me ask you something. When you think about your role in Wilma, the first television, I guess you did, does it seem to you light years away?
Yeah, it does. It does. I remember seeing a scene, and I didn't look at that whole story, but I looked at a scene, which was enough. I think it was on television. I just stopped and looked at it. I was like, oh, terrible. I remember it was such a joy to be able to go and tell part, because I can remember things, and in Wilma, I can remember the first time I was told, and I just went berserk. I mean, I ran down Madison Avenue like I was being chased, and so that was a long time ago.
Well, it's noted that your fans will know who've read that you met your wife, your future wife at that time, on that set. And, all of your children, your son in particular, who is going to Morehouse now, playing a little football.
Right.
You are excited, I know, as many men would be, extension of yourself. I guess you live your glory days vicariously now through him, right?
He's still trying to run 6 touchdowns like his dad. Still hasn't run 6 in one game. But he had a great season as a freshman. He came in there and started. Unfortunately, he got hurt 8th game of the season, broke his clavicle. And he's little, but he's not enough to know as much as he has been in the ball. But he had a very good year. He had a couple of, I don't know, 300 or 400-yard games. I don't know how many touchdowns he ran. But more than that, he handled himself with class and proved that he belonged. He's tough little dude.
You've understood, I would suspect, how difficult it must be for them sometimes to be Denzel Washington's children.
Yeah, it's real difficult. I mean, the game that he got hurt, he said, Dad, that was one of the first times. And he's used to hearing it. I mean, during the game, they hitting him right here. And remember them Titans. And stuff like that. And he said this was the first game he almost lost it because they were saying such mean things about me and to him. And he felt almost like he got set up with the play that he got hurt on. He felt like one guy held him up so the other one could tag him. And, it's difficult. I mean, you pray for rain, you got to deal with the mud too. If I could change anything, I wish that this wasn't visited on them. But that's life, and that's their life, and they have to deal with it. And it's like I said to him, that time goes along, nothing that would make me happy than if you known as your father, not the other way around. That was already starting to happen down there, in the first game or so. Everybody's all excited to see me, and after a while, that's JD's dad. I'm like, cool.
When you think about the highs that you've had in your career and the disappointment, what's your highest high?
Career-wise, probably might have been the first job I got.
Really?
I mean, just in terms of sheer joy. I mean, it was a real high. I can remember flying to Africa for the first time, doing craft freedom. I couldn't believe it. I was like, the motherland. They opened the doors and I was like, whoa, the smell. Yeah. Oh, Africa's strong. We here. We are here. But, and even going there and even before that, going to Jamaica for the first time, seeing Black people doing everything. Getting the bags and flying. And that was a high. Needless to say, winning the Academy Award for the first time was a high. Not just for me, because my mother was there. It was a way to say thank you to her. And that's her staying on top of me and chasing me home and make sure I got home early and all the things that a lot of my friends used to laugh at me about, the ones that are dead and the ones that are in the penitentiary now. Used to laugh about. It was a great way to say thank you, Dad.
Take another break. When we return, some closing thoughts. Right after this, and I tell him he didn't have to go to Jamaica. He should have gone to Detroit. Like folks doing everything. He'll be back in that way.
If you have any questions or comments about the show, or any suggestions about a topic or guest you'd like to see, email us. You can reach us at BET.com and then click on the news section.
This program is brought to you by Blockbuster. Make it a Blockbuster night.
I'll see you in the morning, sweetie.
You in the mood?
Always. Introducing Pillsbury's biggest cookie ever. New Big Deluxe Classic. 2 kinds of chocolate, 1 big cookie with luscious, semi-sweet morsels and gooey milk chocolate chips. You just have to give in.
Hey, what are you doing?
New Big Deluxe Classics from Pillsbury. Go on, give in.
America's favorite family label, Motown Records, presents India RE, Voyage to India, and Dave Hollister, Things in the Game Done Change. Also, Queen Latifah, She's a Thing. And Brian McKnight, From There to Here. Don't miss out on the little things this holiday season. Pick up these CDs today. Available on Motown.
No more for no. No. It's been so long. This holiday season, it's time to get rolling because Singular is changing the world of wireless by offering 1,000 anytime minutes for $39.99 and letting you keep the minutes you don't use from month to month. It's called Rollover. It's big, and it's only from Singular Wireless. 1,000 anytime minutes, and every one of them has rollover. And now get this cool Motorola phone, only from Singular Wireless.
Starting tomorrow, Zales has the lowest prices of the season on beautiful jewelry, like this $199 quarter-carat 3-stone princess cut diamond pendant, now only $99. At Zales, the diamond store.
Are you taking Allegra for your seasonal allergies yet? Whoa! I guess not. Allegra, for multi-symptom relief. See your doctor for people 12 and over. Side effects are low and may include headache, cold, or back pain. Allegra, it's time to switch.
Well, late is really, what's the relative term, late?
What about all the times that I sent it in early?
We pay. You know, where I come from, late is a good thing. Because, you know, out here, if you're early, that's rude.
How did they spell the name?
I went from the licky stamps to the self-adhesive stamp. And
Paying bills late can have a negative effect on your credit and to keep you from owning a home, but it's never too late to get it right.
They talking.
Call the Fannie Mae Foundation for a free guide to understanding your credit and a list of lenders and credit counselors.
Back, final thoughts with Denzel Washington. I want to ask you the idea of directing. Do you want to continue it?
Absolutely.
Without question.
Without question.
You said at one point, I don't know if it's true or not, I read it, you said that you were at one point somewhat bored with acting. Did that help push you into directing?
Yeah, I think so. And directing one time helped put me back in acting. Because it's a serious load. It's a serious load. I had the best time of my life. And I just think I needed a new challenge. You know, it felt new again. It felt like being in Wilma, or it felt like my first movie, Carbon Copy, or something like that. It was the unknown. It was fear of the unknown, absolutely. But once I got going, it was great.
You have talked off times and said that the Oscar one was even more special because they saluted Sidney Poitier.
Mm-hmm.
Would you ever consider directing him?
Sure, absolutely.
If I
could find it right. And I would love to act in a movie with him. You know, I hope we get to do that one day. And, you know, the right thing hasn't come along. But, you know, Sidney has been, I mean, it's not like we're close friends and we talk all the time, but he's been there for me for a long time. I met him, well, first time I met him out here, actually, he was in a bookstore. And I ran in there and gave him my resume, and he was like, and then they brought there, well, send it to my office. But I remember him coming backstage when we did a Soldiers play, and we spoke to him. It was good. That's about all he said.
But that's all he needs.
Yeah, and over the years, I've called him to ask for advice or just,
Do you ever see yourself not acting?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't, before I directed, I mean, I was ready to quit, really, honest with you. I've had a lot of great roles. I've done a lot of great things, and it's getting tired, maybe get tired,
Modesty aside, do you know how good you are?
I don't get caught up.
I understand that, but you go to an athlete, we talk sports all the time. You go to an athlete, at a point, they know how good they are. They may not talk about it all the time, but they know. Do you know how good you are?
I don't care. I'm trying to get better. First of all, I'm trying to improve my game. Maybe some of these athletes knowing how good they are, what's wrong with some of the games now.
And you understand that if you buy into it, you start to slide.
I think it depends upon, it depends upon what drives you. It really depends upon what drives you. Some it's the will to win all the time. It's different in acting. It's not about winning all the time.
We should say very quickly, you are also, or have you wrapped out of time? Probably.
Yeah, we finished about a month and a half ago.
Excited about that.
I think it's going to be interesting. It was interesting going back to acting after directing. Because it's like you want to say something. Well, okay, that's right. I'm not the director. But Carl is a very good director, and I know he's going to fashion a good film.
And finally, a lot of buzz, and I know you hate this part, but a lot of buzz already, and it hasn't even been released, about Antoine Fisher. Would you like to see it rake up some awards, not for you, but just for the sake of the story and what it means?
I would like for it to get as much as it can. That's why I'm doing so much to help promote it, more than I would ever do as an actor. What Antoine Fisher's desire for this film is, he wanted to speak to those young kids who have gone through what he's gone through, and to say, hey, you can still win. You can I've been amazed already at how many people relate to this film, where there's been some hurt in their lives somewhere, and like you said earlier, and so much joy in family.
Well, I told you privately, and I'll tell you publicly, and people who watch the show know, if I don't say it's a great film, I just say you have a new film. But I will tell you, you did a great job coming out as a director, man, and as always, a fantastic job on it, right?
Now, next time you see me, I'm going to wear a suit.
Thank you, Denzel Washington.
My pleasure.
Oh, man.
All right.
And thank you for joining us, our special edition of BET Tonight. I'm going to go put my Timbs and my hat on. I'll see you again.
All right. I don't even know what Timbs are.